Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Dubai Sevens. This one a quarter-final fixture between New Zealand and the USA. Now, we already know two sides of the semi-finals. It will be Fiji versus South Africa. That is a massive contest, and this one will be no different. Whoever wins this will go head-to-head with either Samoa or Argentina in their next contest. Let's support Hamish with those subscriptions and likes. This guy is amazing. Says McCall, thank you very much, mate. Greatly appreciate you being here for these matches. We have got plenty more coming tonight, including the semi-finals and the final, and a few other matches thrown in there as well. But the USA will be kicking off from right to left. They've done very well throughout Pool C in this competition in Dubai. What do you think, or who do you think will win this game? I believe New Zealand should, but USA will try and keep it close. And I feel like they have certainly got more than enough potential to cause another upset like they have in the past. Bullet says, Amira, welcome in. And go both teams for the winner. New Zealand versus Fiji in the final, says Shivnet. It was actually my original prediction, fun fact. And there's still a chance that it could end up happening. Now, Kuria Rokali Soa going off to the right-hand side. Now, pass in nicely out wide. They are talking to Mike Friday at the moment, the coach of the USA. That ball has been dropped by Shea Clark. New Zealand will win, obviously, says Aman. Although one beauty of sevens is you never quite know what's going to happen. We saw Fiji get 29 points in their first half up against Ireland to almost go on to lose that game. Ireland scoring 24 points in the second half, unanswered by Fiji. So no matter what the score is, there's always a chance that the other side can get back into it. Now, Tupuola about to put the ball into the USA scrum on the halfway line. Now, New Zealand's handling up against South Africa was letting them down when they were defeated last night on day one. Going off to the right here. Nice bit of work from Lucas the Camp. And the Ferns should take this one convincingly. A high score, says Langford. And Blitzbox versus Fiji is always an awesome game, isn't it? And we are in store for a great semi-final between those two rivals. Beautiful run here for the USA. Moving up to 22 metres out. Lucas LeCamp fires it out wide for Malachi Esdale, who is close to scoring, and he gets there. They'll have to check his foot to see if he's in touch. But if he's not, the USA have taken the lead in this game up against New Zealand. Okay, they want to go upstairs and Michelle, member for 1 month. And Hamish, bro, I like your, says Michelle there. The TMO checking this one, checking the feet. I think that boot, did it brush the line first? It has gone out just beforehand. No try for Esdale. But New Zealand, they would have seen that and gone, okay, well, that was almost a massive balls up. We should have tried to stop that a bit sooner than when we did. Ireland going home after losing from Fiji, says Shivnet. Although they aren't quite going home, they have still got the playoff games, potential of getting 5th for Ireland throughout this sevens competition. And New Zealand, come on, let's go, says Ruth. Nicely claimed by Scott Curry. They've got a new advantage. It's against Williams. I think he came around the side of the maul to get himself offside. Do you think the game between Blitzbox versus Fiji will be amazing? It is always a historic game when the two rivals meet in the sevens. Says Marnus, I think it should be a very good game. I'm curious to see what type of tactics both of the sides use, because we saw when Fiji dominate possession, that is when they're at their most dangerous, whereas the Blitzbox, they enjoy getting those turnovers in the breakdown. They enjoy the kicking aspect of the game. Regan Weir at the moment under HIA protocols. The best part of the Blitzbox Fiji. What a cracker of a game it's going to be, says Langford. Now, nice offload there. Sione Molia goes off now to Narohi. McGarvey Black thought about the offload on the outside to Moses Leo, but wasn't quite able to find the pass he was after. Now, 22 metres out from the line. Kulia Rokali Soa. Fens Lucas the Camp. New Zealand still a long way to go before they get to that try line of the USA. And still 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Great stepping from Leroy Carter, putting the foot down to get towards the halfway line. McGarvey Black crossed to Sione Molly, who's a stand-in captain for this leg of the Dubai Sevens. Moses Leo, ball on the inside to Molia, back to Curry, and he will score it for New Zealand 3.5 minutes through the game, and they've got themselves the first try of the quarterfinals. That's the game plan, Mornay. And also we got M. Curry says Fluffy. And there as well. What happened to Fiji in the second half? Fiji play like that in the second half against the Blitzboks. The Blitzboks will beat Fiji, says Monet Lagrange. But yeah, I feel like it was just something happened and they just didn't seem to have that same momentum. Like they were starting to drop the ball a little bit, which was unfortunate for Fiji. You can't really afford handling errors in these competitions because they just hurt you. And New Zealand, you guys have to win, please, says Tatendra. And also play like Platypi. Says Fluffy there. And now it is 7-0 for New Zealand in the Dubai Sevens quarterfinals. New Zealand will be kicking this one off. Kulia Rokalisoa goes short. And it is slapped, I believe, forward. But it's worked out. Shay Clark is there and gets the try for New Zealand. It was going to be a knock on. But because he was quick enough to go and get that ball before it hit the ground, it is play on. He managed to regather. And New Zealand, just tries to slap it down. It hits him, but he managed to regather, which is massively, massively beneficial for New Zealand as they will now be sitting 12-0 up in this contest up against the USA. And the kick is good. So now 14 points to 0. Come on, the USA, says Maria there. Oh no, I just found this link, says David. And yeah, currently they are sitting outside of that margin that you were after. New Zealand led all teams with 10 errors on day one, says the stat there. So yeah, they had a lot of handling. That was going wrong. Go Samoa, go, says Green Zone Boy. And of course, we are going to be covering that game of Samoa's next when they do go head-to-head in their contest up against none other than Argentina. And when is the semis going to take place? Is Morning Lagrange, the first of which does take place at about 11:05, I believe it is New Zealand time. Look for the offload on the outside from the Rohi McGarvey Black. Knock on the ground from Williams. Referee almost said play on, but they will go back now for the scrum to New Zealand. USA, you can do it, says Maria. And having my homebrew coffee to ease the tension at the moment. The Ferns to win, says Langford. And up the All Blacks, says Greendew. Garvey Black almost got that offload away out wide. USA we're ready to counter, but 50 seconds remaining. USA will launch a drone attack at halftime, says Fluffy. And New Zealand, it's time to move it, boys, says Rufa Kulia Rokalisoa. Back across to the right-hand side, Leroy Carter showing his pace. He's gone over. He's also been tackled high by Isdale, but it didn't matter. Still got himself the try. If USA covers 10.5, I win 170 US dollars and you get a new subscriber, says David. And there was Leroy Carter, says Blues Nate. Unfortunately, this game at the moment is going a little bit the way that I had a feeling that it could. If New Zealand were able to really flow like Fiji did in their first half up against Ireland. The question is the second half, though, because Ireland fought back, closed the gap a little bit more. I don't think USA can get back into this game, Hamish, because there is still a whole second half to come. It's going to be tough. The baddest man in the whole damn town, says Fluffy there. A live stream, you at a live stream you at a Super Rugby game, says Greendew. I don't think they let you do that. If you do any sort of live things from the game, they do get quite upset with you. I haven't actually been to a Super Rugby game, so that would be a good start. Lucas Lecamp, nicely taken. USA probably is lacking the position, I guess. Yeah, they haven't really had the ball enough, and also when they've had it, they haven't been able to capitalise. We have to get there. How long is each half? Part of my ignorance, says David. No, it's all good. So 7-minute half. So at the moment, as soon as the ball goes out or anything along those lines, or a try, then it will be half time. But brilliant driving tackle there from New Zealand. Counter ruck coming from the Kiwis. There was a knock on. In fact, no, they get themselves the penalty there for New Zealand. Now, Roy McGarvey Black takes the quick tap. New Zealand set to run this one out wide. Moses Leo goes off to a Kuria Rokalisoa. Now another big path. Now Rohi McGarvey Black. New Zealand seem like they're in no hurry at the moment. And they also have the backup option of being able to put that ball into touch if they need to. Now Scott Curry down the wing. Great work from USA though. Almost getting the turnover. Rokalisoa short side. He has got too much pace. And he will get the fourth try of the half for New Zealand. They move up to 24-0 in what has been, once again, I can say it similar to what I said in the game between Fiji and Ireland. A very good half from New Zealand. Oh no, says David, and a half is approximately 50% of the whole. Says Fluffy. Where is this game placed at? So this is in Dubai that they are playing it. And it's the quarter-final fixture between the two sides. So the winner of this contest will go on to face Samoa or Argentina. Whoever wins that one. It was the second most top tournament in rugby after World Cup, which is coming. Says Coding. I mean, tournament-wise, you'd probably say either the Rugby Championship or the Six Nations for union side of things. Of course, international games, North versus South, are always quite up there. As Owen Carter's always brilliance in rugby. And also, can USA put up 16 points? It's possible. They just need to start playing like they have throughout their group stage. They actually played extremely well. They were close against Fiji. They had some decent momentum in their other games that they played up against Great Britain and also in their game up against France. But this just hasn't quite been that same USA team. Unfortunately, a lot can be done in 7 minutes, and one never knows a different scoreline, says Langford there. And also we get that Hamish is doing fabulous commentary again. And come on, boys, USA, you have a second chance. And nice one. All is good assist, trying not to burn the meats and prawn on the barbecue. Are you going to the next World Cup in Australia? I'm not actually too sure whether I will be. I know for one thing that if we aren't going to the games, then we will be doing the commentary on the channel once again. That is the goal. 4 years' time, we are hoping to still be doing this, so be sure to stick around. If you are enjoying, ladies and gents, time up your defence, says Joe to the USA. And how can you expect a win when you still use gallons and inches, says Fluffy. Who won South Africa versus Australia? South Africa were able to get themselves the win, and because of that, they do go on to face Fiji in the semi-finals. Now, that first semi-final, I know someone was asking just before in terms of what time that game does start. The game, one moment, we'll click here, we'll go there. So the game between Fiji and South Africa starts at 11:04 p.m. New Zealand time. So that's only a couple hours time till that contest does take place. And then in the other playoff games that we know of, there is the rankings games that are taking place. And the first of which is going to be the matchup between, I believe it's going to be Ireland and Australia. That is the other one. We stream the semi-finals? We certainly will. We've got there 7 minutes is quick. I shag my wife longer than that, says David. And lucky girl, says Fluffy in there as well. And could it be happier? I hope you're well. Look after yourself now, says Blues Nate. But that is going to be a knock-on from New Zealand. A little bit of a rare error from the Kiwis throughout this game. Definitely because they have been the most error-ridden side throughout the rest of the competition. Are you going for Fiji versus South Africa, says Sitariki? Well, we are hoping to release a preview of that game just before it comes out. And in that one, we will give you our prediction of who we think will win that contest. So hopefully we're right. Because normally we're not. We normally get them a little bit wrong. Now going off to this left-hand side. A little bit loose for the USA, but now look, it's the camp. Charging for Leroy Carter. Trying to catch up with him, and he has been able to do so. Some brilliant pace being shown. 12 going head-to-head with 12 here. They managed to stop the momentum. Isdale now firing it back across. And the USA were extremely close to scoring themselves a try in the first half. Isdale cleans it up. They almost got that try. They will go back for the original knock-on. Thanks, Brogo USA. Is another comeback possible? If it is going to be a comeback, they need to get it done very soon. In terms of that first try, the good news for Ireland was as soon as that second half got underway, they started scoring points, which then gave them a chance of being able to get in there. Where are you from, or where are you getting the schedules from? From the HSBC Sevens website to be able to see it in the Dubai Sevens tab. Don't think USA can get back into this game. The margin is too much for them, says Marnus. And one day I'm going to send Hamish an observatory special burger, says Ruth there. Also, we have there as well, from your fingers to the rugby, a good ears, says David. Our ball being fed in this time for Akulia, Rokalisoa and New Zealand. Going off to the right-hand side here. Big charge and run from Moses Leo. And there Hamish says Amira. Now, Shay Clark goes to Curry in the midfield. Very close to a forward pass there to Sione Molia. Little flick on the inside to Cody Vai. He's recently made his way onto the field as one of the substitutions for the New Zealanders. Sione Molia now going to the right-hand side. Some nice stepping being shown by Rokaliso once more. Now Sione Molia puts the ball on the outside. Grey hands from the youngster. Moses Leo, sling and pass. Sione Molia goes off to Cody Vai, who pins his ears back, almost through. Can't find his offload to Curry though. Gets back to his feet, tries to go again. Too late for the USA, not much time left to do anything, says Langford. Yeah, they are struggling now in terms of the amount of time that is remaining. Brilliant offload from Curry, and that is another try for New Zealand. Tapaya Cook-Savage gets it between the posts, and now it's just looking a little bit too one-sided for the comeback to start. I need 16 points USA, and I guess now with that would take it up to needing 23 points. But brilliant offload from Scott Curry, lying on his face, was still able to get the wrist away to flick it around. And Cook-Savage manages to get the try. Then Paisley double for Sunday works. That kick has gone over 33 points to nil for New Zealand. More than proving that they should be through to those semi-finals. And heartbroken, says David there. And USA gone now, says Joe. Yeah, it's more of the case at this stage of the USA have lost this game. Just by how much? Is it going to be by around that 30-point margin, or will there be a little bit more for New Zealand later on? And this game is kicked off high. Esdale takes it nicely. Now trying to break his way forward. Tapaya Cook-Savage, the most recent try scorer, does stop it. Penalty goes the way of New Zealand. Brady Rush wanted to take the quick tap, but he was too far in front of the mark. So they will go back for the initial penalty for New Zealand. Imagine the score in the 15s. Yeah, it'll be relatively one-sided, I would say, between the two sides. USA gone now, and Sevens be in your town next week, Ruth. The Cape Town Sevens. And I hope everyone as well. Go New Zealand, says Simran there. And also New Zealand now go into the semis, says Monet Lagrange. And they will be going head-to-head with either Samoa or Argentina. Tapaya Cook-Savage is breaking ankles and scoring tries for fun. That is another one for the New Zealanders. And they will now move up to probably a 40-point lead in this game. We've got there New Zealand now into the semis. Sunday, just another bad Sunday, says Fluffy. Give up on the US, says Amira. It's such a shame after what they were able to do, though, in their most recent games. Because in their group stage, they looked like they were going to be a real contender. And now that we're here, it's changed so much, unfortunately. And it just doesn't seem like they're quite ready, unfortunately. And now we can give up on the USA. Yeah, 40 points advantage for New Zealand. Going into their next game with a huge amount of momentum. Kolia Rokalisoa. Now going to be kicking this one off from the halfway line. Put a fork in them. They're done, says David Rain. Now nicely taken. Need to clean that one up quite nicely. Now going off to the left-hand side. USA, can they get some points on the board? Tupuola has to find the offload away. I'm missing Perry Baker at the moment. I think it's fair to say that would have made a bit of a difference. Oh, sorry, Ryan rather than Rain. It's a long US. Says Amira. Nice stepping from Chevalier in the midfield. Almost a turnover. And the breakdown. Nice stepping again. Some big shots. Finia Anorfo making that tackle. 40 metres out from their own line. USA. And what time will Fiji play with South Africa in the semi-final? They will be playing at 11:04 p.m. New Zealand time, so we will be covering that one on the channel. We will be starting at 11 p.m. So that is in 2 hours' time that game has taken place. So not a lot of time to rest for those sides. That is a 4 pass from the USA. Cody Vai putting in the big shot on Bizet. 25 seconds remaining. I think Samoa versus Argentina will be a close game. What do you think, Hamish? I do think it will be close as well. I think I predicted a 7-point difference between those two teams. Imagine it was an 80-minute game, says Balimutha. I think if it was 80 minutes in these conditions, in terms of the heat, these players would not be running by the end of it. And they would severely need water. USA to appeal loss. Sears Fluffy and also Merry Christmas. Sears Blues Nate. The ball is going to be fed in by New Zealand. They will just put this ball into touch. They don't want to risk an injury here. And that is going to be the win for New Zealand. 40 points to 0. Very one-sided contest between these two sides. But I'm sure it will be interesting to see how this next game goes between Samoa and Argentina to find out who will be facing them in the next matchup. And nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to go back to the side or back to the other stream that is about to take place. And I will see you all for the next one.